All right, dudes, this is a video. It's a little bit different from my normal one, but this is about getting smooth jobs. How I managed to keep all my jobs running so smooth without incident for so many years, right? And so obviously I've got 3 things I've identified that I think have helped me run my job so fucking smooth. So number 1 is know customers' needs, meaning what are their requirements? How invasive can we be? What type of, how big, what are they wanting, right? If you don't know what they want, you're not providing any value, right? You can be cheap as hell and you're not valuable if you don't give them what they want. So we have to know the customer's needs first and foremost, and that dictates everything else. Like everything, because those are the rules we're playing by. They say you got to play the cards you're dealt. If this customer says, hey, we're after hours, no noise before 5 p.m., blah, 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 them's the cards you're dealt. You got to make them happy or you're not providing value, okay? But these are the big ones, 2 and 3. These are the ones that really, really matter, okay? Eliminate variables and start and finish, okay? And these 2 steps are what I think, because again, guys, I tell y'all, the decisions I come to, y'all all would have come to. The jobs that I did, maybe you guys wouldn't have ran them as smooth in the past of whenever I handled curveballs, but you probably could if you just understood these 2 things. These 2 make, it doesn't matter what type of line of work you're in, I believe at least. I think it doesn't matter. If you want to always eliminate variables, right? And what do I mean by that? Right? Let's say you got to, go take this pipe and run it over here, but we don't know what's on the other side of that wall, or we don't know how we're going to get through that wall. There's some question over there, right? So that's a variable that we don't know the answer to. So we don't want to do a bunch of work until we find the answer to that question, right? Because if it turns out, oh shit, we can't go that way for whatever reason, or oh shit, we can't use this form for whatever reason, well, we need to know that before we do a bunch of fucking work, so we don't do a bunch of work in the wrong goddamn way. And there are big, multi-billion-dollar jobs that we don't do that on, and people find out after a lot of money was spent, oh shit, it's gonna be really expensive to fix this. And I mean, this is common as fuck to not eliminate the variables and find out too late that, oh, this is gonna be costly. I'm talking big project. I see it a lot, right? And that's something that all my guys, I'm always stressing to them, we need to eliminate that variable first. Why are we hanging pipe over here if we don't know the answer to this? Because if that fucking answer ain't what we want, we did all that for fucking nothing. So and believe me, guys, all my guys have a hard time eliminating the variables. The number 3 thing to having a smooth job is start and finish. Start and finish. And what I mean by that is don't have a bunch of half-ass shit all laying around everywhere disorganized, because I'm disorganized as all shit, right? But that's why I'm the story of a hurricane. It's a bunch of completed tasks. Everything's done. It's all done. Now, I may not have put it up where it fucking goes properly or whatever, but everything is completed. So if you come across this, here's a completed task, at least it's done. We don't need anything else for it, right? And let's use the running a water pipe thing, right? Say a guy's running a pipe and Joe across the shop says, hey, can you give me a hand with this real quick? He comes down off his ladder to go help Joe, right? And then he goes to lunch, comes back from lunch, and someone's like, hey, those drinking fountains are in, and he starts to go hang those drinking fountains now, right? And didn't finish this job. Well, maybe he had parts for that on his truck. He goes home today, and someone's here tomorrow to finish this job up, but we can't finish it because we got the fucking parts on this guy's truck. He didn't fucking finish, and now we're spending extra time having to travel back and forth, and it's really easy to not know something's done, or maybe we thought he finished that. We didn't realize when he went to help Joe, he wasn't done. We turned the water on and we're flooding out, right? And it's those little things like that. By not finishing, if it's going to take you an hour to finish, if you have to come back, we're talking 4 hours. You know what I mean? It really is that dramatic of a difference. And if it's 1 more hour to finish today, if I got to come back for that 1 hour, it's 4 hours tomorrow. Believe me, I'm not going to explain that. If you own a company, you fucking know I'm right. It's probably, it's 8 hours actually, not 1 hour. And that really is the truth. So by eliminating variables, we're going to make sure that we're being efficient. We're not going to do anything that we don't need to do. If there's something that's going to dictate this job going a different route, we're going to find that out early. We're not going to wait till the end, because believe me, guys, I've had this same talk with my employees, and they still don't do it right all the time. And they never will. No one ever will. We're still always going to make mistakes, right? That's part of the game. But and then the starting and finish, you can kind of be unorganized, right? Because every company I've ever been at, I always thought oh, well, these guys will have it together. Nobody's got it together. They all fucking suck. Every one of them. I'm sure some of y'all work at big fancy outfits and you're like, we don't know what the fuck we're doing over here. And that's everywhere, right? So starting and finishing your tasks is going to eliminate so many issues, so much confusion. It makes things so simple if it's just nope, that's fucking done. That's, how I like to think about it when I say start and finish? I like to think about it like as I'm fighting a bunch of guys on a dock. And I've said this to a lot of employees over the years, and it's a dumb analogy, but I'm going to use it anyway. I look at all the different tasks I have to do as a different guy I'm fighting on a fucking dock. You know what I mean? And I got a good jab, but like it's a lot of guys, right? So every time I can eliminate a task, that's one less guy I got to fight, right? So if I got 4 jobs to do, that's 4 motherfuckers about to whoop my ass, right? So if I can finish one, he's throwing off the pier. Now I'm only fighting 3. This fight got a lot easier. Eliminate that one, I'm only fighting 2 dudes. This task is a lot easier, and so on and so forth until it's just one motherfucker who I'm about to mollywop. So start and finish, eliminate variables, but first and foremost, before we even get to these 2, we have got to understand the customer's needs. Because if you can eliminate the variables, work in a very efficient manner, start and finish everything, but if you're pissing the customer off, we ain't coming back. You know what I mean? So if they're not happy, they're not calling us back anyway. So all that was for fucking nothing. So don't fuck up my jobs.